Hey guys, it's been a while since I did an update on the Audi, and I thought I would give you guys a little bit of an update on what's actually going on with the car. And I've actually got it back from the dealer now. The oil pump had seized. Just getting off the highway, I got that dreaded 3 beep sound. Oil pressure light. I took the car back to the dealer the very next day, and they decided that after 2 days of diagnosing, they decided that the oil pump was done. So they gave me a quote and I gave them the go ahead. I mean, what can you really do? I mean, you can't say, well, don't fix it. You know, it's the oil pump, it's the heart of the engine. So I told them to fix it. So what they did is they put a new poly V belt on. They replaced the oil pump, oil filter, oil, and they replaced the oil pressure switch as well, just to be sure. So I haven't had the oil light come on again, I haven't had the oil pressure light come on again, and in fact I've actually found that since the oil pump has been replaced, the car is actually reacting differently to it now. It seems a lot smoother. I think the car was lagging because the engine was getting hot and it wasn't operating, you know, at its optimum. So, needless to say, I am glad that this has now been repaired and it's been fixed. And here is the car here, and I'm just going to open the bonnet. Just get the hood open. This belt was replaced because it was actually making a noise as well, and there was actually nothing wrong with the old belt. Oddly enough, it was fairly new. It had been replaced about 2 years ago. What you can see under the car is that, you know, there are no oil leaks. I mean, what I love about this car is if you check the oil pan, you know, it's entirely dry. The oil pan for the transmission is dry. There are no oil leaks. I don't like a car that leaks oil, because when a car leaks oil, that's a sure sign that something has failed or gone wrong, and it will most likely let you down somewhere down the line. And to me, a car leaking oil just doesn't seem like a reliable car. When I had that engine light, the oil pressure light, I did check the oil level, and it was perfect. So I knew that something had gone wrong inside the car. I just knew the oil pump had failed, or was busy failing. I mean, they said to me I could still drive the car with the oil pump in that condition for probably another, I don't know, 10,000 kilometers. But that's really not something I wanted to do. I thought it's best to just repair it, fix it, deal with it now, and don't offset it till later. So the car is fixed now. It's running great. I'll be honest, with this latest repair, I have actually been thinking of selling the Audi, and because it's getting really expensive. I mean, this car has cost me quite a lot this month alone. With this repair and the transmission service I did a few weeks ago, it was not cheap. So yeah, I've probably spent around $1,500 on this car this month alone. So that's a substantial amount of money. I mean, I love this car. I really love Audis, but unfortunately they require a lot of attention. And you will find if you buy an Audi, it's gonna want a lot of attention constantly. If if it's an old one. And I have found that the moment the maintenance plan runs out on these cars, they become problem childs. The thing that I've always thought to myself is that this car is fully paid for, I don't owe a cent on it, and therefore I can afford the maintenance bill. But the maintenance bills have really racked up this year, and it has been expensive to maintain. It hasn't been cheap. Now, a lot of it is also the fact that I'm very finicky about my cars, and I like them to be 100% like new, and I like them to drive like new. So hence this car does drive like a new car. I mean, it feels amazing, it looks amazing inside still for its age, and my steering wheel is still covered, as you can see in with the cover that I put on it not too long ago. And I must say, driving the car with this wheel is just amazing. My sound system's still good. Everything is just nice in the car. And one thing I'm actually waiting for is a wood trim. It's a wood grain gear shift lever for the gear shifts. I guess the moral of the story is just for those guys out there who are having oil pressure problems or oil pressure lights coming on, I'm sorry to say, but I think your oil pump is gone. And the symptoms that I actually found was that I noticed when I looked at the oil temperature gauge is that the oil temperature climbed to around 125 degrees Celsius, okay, which is around 250 Fahrenheit. And I'm not sure, but that's pretty high. I've never seen my oil temperature climb that high. I mean, normally it sits between, I'd say, 100 and 105 degrees Celsius, which is normal on a hot day. I think the engine just got really, really hot. And then I found when I parked the car, there was another sound coming from under the engine. It's like a grinding sound when bearings are gone. And I don't really know how an oil pump works. Okay, I don't know the internal workings of an oil pump, so I don't know if the oil pump bearings had failed or anything like that, but I could hear this grinding sound inside there, so it sounded to me like something mechanically was rubbing on each other and that failure was imminent. So I took a big chance. I drove the car the very next day back to the dealer, and it's about 40 kilometers away from where I live, and I drove 40 kilometers with the car being in that condition, taking a chance. So I didn't sleep at night because I thought, oh my god, what if it's run bearings or something, But thank God it hadn't done that. It's running pretty nicely now. So I just thought I'd do this video for anyone who's out there who's having symptoms like this, who doesn't know what could be wrong. This is my experience, what happened with me and my car, and the only thing I can say is take it to an indie mechanic or indie shop. Taking it to a dealer is expensive. Maybe they can help you and they can fix it and get down to the root cause, but it could potentially be the switch, or it could be the pump that's causing that kind of problem. So thanks for watching. Click subscribe if you like my videos, and you can go and check out my other videos as well. And if you'd like to comment, by all means comment, and I will answer your questions if you have any questions in the comments below.